Hello, dreamsyntax here. I'm going to be going over the trial version for the GameCube that was dumped on March 3rd of this year. I did update this page already to say that this is not the TGS build. It was circulating that this might be. It's not, sadly, and I'm going to show why. Let's take a look at the doll itself. I'm just going to use HXD for that. And we know 2005 is the build date, and that, actually, wow, first one that popped up, that is the build date of the game. So October 31, 2005 at 1:55. It's actually post final version that's released for GameCube, which is October 20th for the European version. And the American one is October 12th and October 16th. And I think October 10 for the GameCube, actually. So this is definitely a post-build game. That said, it's a cool artifact to have. I just wish one day we will have the TGS demo for real, or even the E3 beta, or perhaps even the alpha as we've seen in some of the trailers. A quick demonstration of what it does by default. Bottom left you can see which files are loading, it does the logos, etc., and does the same intro file as usual. Just gonna skip it. Okay, so we get this trial version screen, and if we go ahead and press X on the GameCube controller, we get taken to the Eurostage select, and this is the same one that's found in the OPM 102 disc for PlayStation, where it's only the stages, no bosses, and no matter what you press, it's going to crash. The code for that is gone. So if we actually hit start, we get presented with these 4 stages. They've been overwritten with some tweaks, I guess. They removed the aliens, some gun soldiers, they moved around the keys. Nothing too crazy on this stage. And on this stage, they were super lazy. They removed the Black Vault, a couple of objects, but the rest of the stage is actually still there. So this is clearly not the prototype Cryptic Castle that I was looking for. It's the same geometry as the final version. Black Bull is actually the most interesting. They've made the boss weaker for some reason. As soon as I homing attack this guy, he's taking way more damage than normal. I actually already extracted the game here. And right off the bat, if we go to Nakuro, well, first off, you notice all the stages are still here, including the practice stages. And no, unfortunately, this doesn't have the stage 6000. This is empty as usual, just like final. And as I showed in the doll itself, the build date's later than the final version of the game, which will make sense in a second here. So let's go ahead and edit those Nakuro files. There's Nakuro 2 and Nakuro. So here, they have E3 title commented out, and if we restore that, get rid of TJS, nothing actually changes. If we change this to E3 Media, something does change. We're going to get an exception here. It's looking for Media ROM title was not found. I'm just going to say OK through this. Then it loads Media Menu GNCP. If I go ahead and press Start, this does appear, which is the Media Menu GNCP, and I actually can use it, but the functionality is broken. So once I click this, it tries to do something, goes to dead code, Media ROM title, GNCP tries to get loaded again, and now we're in a loop. And no matter what I press or do, this is what happens. If we go to first test or develop, develop gets stuck at the usual place where it just loads the common file and that's it. And if I actually load in tester first, it checks for the test GNCPs, but even if I replace those, nothing happens because we don't actually have the code. So test ROM title, I think there's test ROM, yeah, stage cell. I've bothered replacing this in the past, and unfortunately nothing happened, so whatever code was actually in those GNCPs, and we don't have those. I'm going to go to alpha, which is going to do the same thing as beta or final. Clear this. And now we're greeted with the usual memory card screen. Okay, so now we're at the usual title screen, and this is all as you would expect. Options 2 player, 1 player, stage select, and story mode. And all of this works exactly as you would expect. There's no surprises. And events, etc., the movies work, it's all there. So if this was really the TGS build, why would it have everything? So, definitely not. Alright, so I did manage to find it, and there we go. So we're at Devil Doom now. And yeah, everything is pretty much the same as final. And this applies to all the other stages that aren't in that demo list. Alright, making a new save state right here. Make our lives easier. See if I grab the right one. So I did. That's the stage route load variable. Okay, so Death Ruins is here. What about the practice stages? So let's go to 0. So it's here. Nothing special. This is still inverted. It's identical to the final version. It's a boss stage. So got that weird platform thing right there. Cryptic Castle I'll show off really quick. So here's one difference. They added a spring here instead of the bouncing ball. I believe Cream is also gone. Oh, no, Cream is actually here. Oh, wow. Okay, so you can actually complete Hero. You just can't complete Dark. That's cheese. I'm going to add a save state here. So that completes Hero. However, I go ahead and use Chaos Control. Fast forward through this. You'll see the layout for everything, minus the checkpoints, are still here. This will look familiar. All the trigger voice lines are also still there. Gonna Chaos Control past this. Gonna Chaos Control through the key door. And Cheese is still here. So they literally just took the final version of Cryptic Castle, and then they slapped in some early goals, basically, and cut off the route to the rest of the stage. Not really getting why they did that, though, but that is what they did. So I'm pretty sure the monster at the end of the stage for the normal route is still here. Yep, monster's still here and works just fine. He's still there as well. And the gold ring is still here. So, pretty weird. But that is what they did. I don't think I actually showed the gold ring, so I'm going to do that really quick. And there it is. There's the early gold ring for the demo version. And checkpoint warping doesn't actually work, because they deleted the rest of the checkpoints, and you need a minimum of 6, I think it is, for the menu to actually pop up.